Hey everyone, we're TowawayCouple. I'm Tom, the driver.
And I'm Bunny, the voyeur.
Yeah, she likes to watch me put the weight distribution hitch and shackles and the load bars on and stand around.
Talk to you while you're doing it.
Distract me while I'm doing it. But she does torque the lug nuts.
I do. And I put the license plate on.
And she puts the license plate on. And more importantly, she remembers to take the license plate off.
Yes. Yeah, that I do.
That's probably the key to this business.
Right.
Don't leave your license plate or battery.
No. Seen that one too.
So we just got done with doing our Gen Y weight distribution hitch. And we said we'd do another video about the shackles and scratching the frames. Because when our company came up with the policy of requiring weight distribution hitches, a lot of people were complaining. And a lot of people threatened to quit over it. And a lot of people probably did. That's okay. We will take the loads.
Right.
We are team players, and we put the weight distribution hitch on, and we're moving down the road. So I was over at Dan's Hitch, and I had some ideas. And I went over to Dan's Hitch, and I was talking to Ryan over there, and I said, hey, Ryan, this is what's going on. And because we were talking about the Gen Y and the weight distribution, I said, a lot of people are worried that a company can claim driver damage on the shackles. And he says,
of course, because they're going to rub and scrape against the frame.
Right. And I was thinking about going and finding some type of rubber pad, spraying some adhesive inside the shackle and molding a rubber pad in there, kind of a heavy duty rubber pad. And Ryan says, well, hey, come back here. And he pulls a roll of this stuff out. I'm going to read it. It's heavy density vinyl foam tape. And they sell it by the foot at Dan's Hitch. And he says, hey, let's try this. Put this on the shackles and let me know how it works and everything. And we literally just got the name of the stuff. We put this on.
It's been about 2 months now.
2 months ago. So we wanted to give it a thorough test. We just didn't want to put it on and do a quick video. And so far, we have not seen a scuff, scratch, nothing on the frame except for where the bolt touches on the inside. And if you're worried about that, take a little Sharpie and color that in. No one will notice.
And what's nice is that it is so sticky that it doesn't come off. We haven't had to like reapply it or anything.
No.
It's on there.
So this is the same exact stuff that they use when they install fuel tanks. They actually tape this to the bottom of the fuel tank, and it's thick. I mean, you could see that it's pretty thick stuff. And so they'll tape strips on the bottom of the fuel tank, so when they put the fuel tank down on the bed of your truck, it doesn't rub metal to metal. And it also creates a vibration damper.
Right.
And so I'm like, yeah, I think this will work. So here's the tools that I needed. Basically was a razor knife.
That was it?
I used a pair of snips to kind of cut into the corners, but I didn't even really need that. So the picture here will show a pair of cutters and a razor knife. This roll, and this specific roll, so, and the shackle.
Right.
And then I'll show a picture of the shackles when I got done. And what I did was I just layered it the whole length of the side. Then I turned the whole length of the middle and then up and then cut around the bolts area.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, this stuff here works. It doesn't take up any more room.
Nope.
Once the load bars are connected, there's a downward force. When you pull it off, you're going to see the stuff compressed to nothing. But it's still protecting it because there is a rubber barrier between the metal. I've seen people use cardboard. That might work, thick cardboard, but then it's going to fall off and stuff like that. So you got to
it's going to get wet.
It's going to get wet. People have used cloth, and I don't understand that because I don't know of any cotton material that's going to stop metal going through the other metal.
I've heard of people using carpet, but then now you've got that really thick, heavy, dense barrier that's not going to give.
Right. And again, you got pieces that 2 pieces instead of taping this on, and it's always on, never going to come off, and it's permanent.
Right, and it's worked out very well for us. And it's funny because we were in the yard, and we were talking to some guys, and they were
looking at ours.
They were looking at ours, and then he goes, "Hey, I have some of that in my truck."
Yeah, because he asked me, he goes, "What stuff did you put on your Shackles?" And I pulled out this roll, and I'm like, "This stuff they use on fuel tanks." And he goes, "Oh my God!" He opens his toolbox and has a full roll of it, and he did his and his buddy's Shackles right there on the spot because they didn't know what they were going to do, and they were paranoid. We did ask, and yes, depending on, I guess, how you install them, it could be driver damage. We were told 99.9% of the time they never hear ever anything because of the Shackles if they're required. Usually the companies, the dealerships never say nothing because it's required that we have them. So you can go without them.
But there's always that one.
There's always that one. And some people carry a can of spray paint, but are you going to disconnect your truck at a dealership and shake up a can of spray paint and start spray painting their trailer right there in front of them? No. Now, I've seen people pull into a parking lot down the road and disconnect their load bars and take their Shackles off and make sure everything was not scratched. And I think that's smart. And then they roll in there, then all they got to do is disconnect.
Right, yes.
But all they need is somebody to see them roll in without weight distribution bars.
That was going to say, and then they're going to call a company, and then you're going to get deleased because you didn't run with them on.
Yeah, because it's going to be their word against yours, and you're going to say, yeah, I took them off down the street, even though it was to protect the company. You got to protect yourself. This goes for all the companies, not just the company we work for. There are many companies that require weight distribution bars.
Right. A lot.
A lot. So, most of them.
I think so.
All right, so this was just a quick, easy video. And we wanted to give it a couple months. And I'm perfectly happy recommending it.
And it was funny because we were all excited because we were like, oh, well, this is really cool. We can try it out. And the next 3 or 4 we had was fifth wheels.
Yeah. So it took us a little bit to test it out. But again, it's called Heavy Density Vinyl Foam Tape. And I know you can get it at any other place. Dan's Hitch, Ryan over there, knows what we're talking about. Just walk in there. They sell it by the foot. I don't know how much it is by the foot. We were just testing everything. And definitely go get yourself a roll. And it literally took me 5 minutes to put them on both Shackles.
Well, and plus the fact that how often are you in Elkhart and you know exactly where to get it versus trying to go find it on your own?
Exactly. So some people will say, well, it's 50 cents more at Dan's. All right, go save 50 cents. But realistically, they're not going to, I don't know if they'll install it. You'll have to ask them if they'll install it. I installed my own. They may or may not install it, but they're going to probably charge you $30 half an hour.
Yeah, and it was like a kindergarten class to install it.
It was really stupid easy. But I didn't do a video of me actually taping it on. No. I didn't think that was really warranted.
No.
All right, so if you have any questions, if you have any more specific questions on how we did it, feel free to send us an email. If you have any questions about RV transport and you think we should do a video on it, definitely let us know. We don't know everything like some people think we do. We are just giving you what works for us. And yes, we take what we see on Facebook and we apply that to our videos, because if we see enough people asking it, we just think it's warranted that at least you can get some type of an opinion.
Correct.
Whether it's right or wrong.
We're going to give it to you.
We never say we're right. We just give you our opinion.
But we do say when we're wrong.
We do say when we're wrong. So if you correct us, we will go on video and we will correct ourselves.
Unless we think we're right.
Unless we think we're right. Then we're not going to care what you say. All right. Until next time.
We'll see you down the road.
Bye.